Days before my wedding, my fiancé gave me a paper wedding dress. I knew a paper wedding dress was a ritual prop. Whoever wore it would swap souls with the dead. The living would die, the dead would come back. Who did my fiancé want to bring back? There was an old tale in town. If a bride married in a paper wedding dress, she could deceive the Grim Reaper. She would swap places with a corpse bride who wore the same dress. The corpse would return to life. 3 days before my wedding, I found a paper wedding dress. It was among the gifts from my fiancé, Wendell Hickman. It was tailored precisely to my measurements. A tag was pinned to it, bearing my full name and date of birth. A chill ran down my spine. Who was Wendell trying to bring back by sacrificing me? While I was still frozen in fear, I heard my father's voice from the study next door.
The life-swapping ritual has started. Darla is coming home.
I crept to the door and looked through the crack. Wendell was holding a memorial portrait. It was Darlene Hawley, my late stepsister. Wendell's eyes brimmed with undisguised affection. I had never seen him look at me like that.
Darla,
He whispered, his voice full of longing.
I have endured 3 years of pretending to be Veronica's loving boyfriend. You have no idea how disgusted felt every time I was near her. On our wedding day, she will take your place as the corpse bride. She will be trapped in hell forever.
On the altar table beside him sat white candles, a human skull, and rune stones, all arranged for Darlene's return. Watching the scene, I rubbed the engagement ring on my finger. Icy dread spread through my veins. "You have got everything ready," I murmured under my breath. "But Wendell, there is something I never told you." As I turned to leave, my foot struck something on the floor. The sharp, brittle sound shattered the silence. All 3 of them inside the study froze.
Who is there?
Wendell called out, his voice sharp. My heart hammered against my ribs. I quickly knocked on the door. "Dell? Have you seen Dad and Betsy? Dinner is ready." They emerged together moments later. Each wore a different expression. But all 3 of them fixed their gazes on me. The devastating truth nearly crushed me. My family had never loved me. My fiancé had never loved me either. But I could not afford to fall apart yet. I forced myself to breathe. I forced myself to stay calm. I touched my cheek and put on a smile. "What is it?" I asked. "Is there something on my face?" "Why are you all staring at me?" My dad, Stephen Hawley, relaxed. My stepmom, Betsy Lowe, relaxed too. Dad smiled softly.
We are just finding it hard to let go, knowing you are about to get married.
Then Wendell crouched down to ooks me, like he always did. His voice was doting, full of false tenderness.
It just rained. You do not want to get your shoes wet. Come on, let me carry you to the dining room.
At dinner, Wendell constantly refilled my plate. Dad and Betsy exchanged knowing smiles. The scene looked so harmonious. Other relatives watched with envy. "You are so lucky, Vera," someone exclaimed. I kept smiling, but inside, I was drowning in fear and heartbreak. No one knew the truth. Ever since I had seen that paper wedding dress, I could see things no one else could. Everything Wendell gave me was made of paper. The food, the clothes, even the daily necessities. Everything. After I finally forced down the paper food on my plate, Wendell frowned at my rain-dampened clothes.
Vera, let me walk you back to your room so you can change. The wedding is in 3 days. We cannot have you catching a cold.
Wendell and I had been in love for 3 years. He had friend over the smallest sniffle. To spare him from unnecessary worry, I had never turned down his care. Now, my throat tightened. I could not tell whether it was fear or despair choking me. I let him guide me back without resistance. The courtyard was piled high with wedding gifts, but I did not dare look at them. All of it was paper. The jewelry, the property deeds, everything. That dress had given me the ability to see through the illusion. Back in my room, I started to undress with shaky hands. Wendell suddenly wrapped his arms around me from behind. He chuckled. He glanced at the paper wedding dress hanging nearby.
Vera, babe.
He whispered in my ear.
Since you are already undressing, why not try on the wedding dress?
I cannot wait to see my beautiful bride.
3 months earlier, Wendrick had flown to Italy to personally select the silk. He had stayed up night after night, overseeing every stitch of the embroidery. I had once believed it was proof of his love. I had counted the days until I could finally wear it. But now I knew the truth. The real dress was hanging in the study. What I held in my hands was just a paper replica. To survive, I did not dare to expose him. I lowered my head to hide the bitterness in my eyes. My voice trembled slightly. The dress is so complicated. What if I stain it? I think I should save it for the wedding day. Wendell chuckled again.
You think it is too much trouble? I will help you.
He reached out, but I quickly dodged, feigning shyness. I can manage. Then I slipped in the walk-in closet. Just then, a strange creaking noise came from the door. An eerie wind lifted the gauzy curtains. I turned around. The paper wedding grass clenched in my arms, and I froze. Darlene was walking across the room. The same Darlene who had died 3 years ago. Her bloodless face was twisted with fury. Her eyes brimmed with venom as she glared at me from behind the curtains. A flicker of excitement flashed in Wendell's eyes, a look I had never seen before. He stepped forward, sounding anxious.
Darla, your body is not fully formed yet. Why did you leave the study?
Her red lips parted. Her tone was aggrieved. You think I am interrupting your moment with Veronica, don't you? Fine. I will go. Wendell quickly pulled her into his arms.
Babe, I am just worried Veronica might see you.
Only then did Darlene stuck out her tongue playfully. She smiled, a mischievous glint in her eyes. Every time you came here, we made out right in front of her. And she never noticed, did she? There is nothing to worry about, Del. Raw desire flooded Wendell's deep eyes. I stood rooted in place. I watched Mr. Hickman and Darlene Hawley's bodies tangled together on the bed. My heart was shattering into pieces. People used to say Wendell would not touch me because he cherished me, because he wanted to wait until marriage. And I had believed that, but only now did I realize the truth. When he was with his true love, he could not hold back his physical impulse at all. By morning, when I woke up, Darlene was already gone. Wendell was about to head back to prepare for the wedding. As he stepped away, he looked back every few paces, descending reluctance. Mr. Hickman, did Vera put a spell on you? You are completely smitten. Only I knew the truth. He was not looking at me. He was looking past me, toward the study where Darlene waited. I tried to escape. But every time I reached the main gate, I would somehow end up right back where I started. When I was little, the elders told stories about this. Once the life-swapping ritual began, the circle was sealed. The only way out was to see it through. And then find another way. In other words, I had to wait. Only after the ceremony ended, only after Wendell and Darlene got married, could I make my move and escape. Soon, it was the wedding day. Early that morning, the air was thick with fog. Guests who arrived early smiled and chatted. They said by noon the sun would be bright. It was perfect wedding weather. Meanwhile, I sat in my room, dressed in my wedding gown. The veil was draped over my face. An eerie song drifted through the heavy mist.
Corpse bride on the fourth chime. The living's end, the dead's new prime.
I was shaking. I was supported on either side to the living room. I had to serve tea to Dad and Betsy. one last time before leaving to marry. They wiped away tears. They said how hard it was to let me go. Long before my own mother passed, Dad had already been keeping Darlene and Betsy on the side. Watching the scene, the guests sighed with emotion.
You can call Betsy a homewrecker,
Someone said,
but ever since her daughter Darlene died, she has loved Veronica with her whole heart. I know, right?
Another guest chimed in.
She is genuinely good to Veronica, even though they are not blood related.
Was Betsy genuinely good to me? I thought of the voodoo doll. A few days earlier, I had dug it up under the tree in the courtyard. It had my name and birthday carved into it. The doll was covered in cuts and silver pins. The pins were Betsy's. The cuts were left by Dad. They could not stand to see me alive and carefree. Not while their own daughter lay cold and restless in the ground. Holding the tea I offered, Dad and Betsy choked up. They told me to build a life with Wendell. They hoped to see me happy forever. I smiled, but I did not nod. After all, they were not saying it to me. They were saying it to Darlene. Darlene stood behind me in her own corpsely wedding dress. When Wendell entered, his gaze kept drifting around me. It never settled on my face. He even walked straight toward Darlene at first. Only after Dad cleared his throat softly did he reluctantly took my hand. No one else could see the truth. His other hand was tightly interwaved with Darlene's. As we were getting into the car, Wendell said,
Vera, where I am from, the bride rides in the front.
The excuse was so flimsy, I almost laughed. But I went along with it. I slipped into the passenger seat. I just wanted this over with. The thought of sitting in the back made my stomach churn, watching the two of them, one living, one dead, all over each other. At the church, Wendell spoke his vows, but his eyes kept looking past my shoulder. It was Darlena. She really completed the ceremony with him. Just as the priest was about to pronounce us husband and wife, Wendell suddenly said,
Wait.
He gestured to an empty seat beside his parents.
Vila, according to my family's tradition, you must bow and serve tea to this empty seat. For the union to be complete.
The confused guests murmured among themselves.
But the seat is empty.
Someone said,
Who is Miss Hockley bowing to?
Beneath my veil, my face went pale. Even though I knew it was all a lie, even though I knew Wendell had never loved me, a sharp pain still cut through me. I realized then what Wendell was trying to do. He was trying to bind me to the Hickman family forever. No one else could see the truth. Darlene, who had just exchanged vows with him, was now seated in that very chair. She was waiting for my bow with a triumphant smile. If I went through with it, I would not just be acknowledging her. I would be accepting a role like a bondservant from the old stories, a corpsely subordinate. Even in death, I would be at her mercy. I stood frozen, fear tightening my voice. Del, that is not a custom where I am from. If this bow is required, then maybe I cannot go through with this. The church broke into hushed arguments. Guests urged Wendell not to force such a sudden, strange demand on his bride. But what scared me most were the small, shadowy poltergeists gathered around Wendell. They chattered excitedly.
If Veronica will not bow, we will break her legs. Better yet, let us possess her. Then we can make her bow as long as we want.
They started looking me over, pointing and plotting. Beneath my gown, my hands clenched into fists. I fought to keep my body from shaking. Just as despair began to take hold, I saw Wendell shoot a cold, warning look at the poltergeists.
Shut up!
Am using Veronica to bring Darla back. But that does not mean you get to hurt her.
Seeing it was the critical moment for the ritual, Wendy could delay no longer. He sent a silent message to calm Darlene, who was fuming.
Darla, bringing you back is what matters. She can bow and acknowledge you later. That can wait.
Darlene circled me a few times. She shot me a vicious glare. Then she floated off toward the wedding home. The Hickman's villa sat at the top of the mountain. Besides the main villa up front, there were two smaller ones in the back. Ours was the one farthest behind. I had picked it myself, drawn to the quiet, secluded spot. I thought it would be a peaceful place to live. Now, I stepped on dry twigs. I stared wide-eyed through my veil. I looked at the rundown building in the distance. Calling it a villa was not right. It was a long abandoned cemetery. The guests stayed in the front courtyard. Dad and Betsy walked with me to the wedding home. They held my arms on either side, not wanting any surprise. The poltergeists hopped along, cheering excitedly.
A new bride for the Demon King!
I stopped abruptly. The Demon King? So Wendell was not just swapping me with Darlene. He was marrying me off to a demon. Up ahead, Wendell turned, his smile gentle.
Vera? What is wrong?
Seeing that fake, gentle smile on his face, I was suddenly overwhelmed with exhaustion. I pulled out the small notebook I had cherished for years. It was filled with 999 things Wendell had done for me. Elaborate breakfasts every day, giving me his only oxygen tank while scuba diving. I lifted my veil and held the notebook out to him with a smile. Wendell, I believe you loved me once, but let us call off this marriage. The moment I said it, Dad and Betsy tensed up. Wendell's eyes turned dangerous. His voice went cold.
Why, Vera?
I bit my lip. My hands gripped the hem of my dress. I said nothing. Around us, one of the poltergeists suddenly shouted. Something is off! She just looked right at me! Wendell, she knows! Wendell bent down to meet my eyes. His gaze was scrutinizing now.
Vera, did you see something you should not have? Or hear something you were not supposed to?
I said straightforwardly, Del, just tell me. Is it true that if I walk into that villa, I will be torn to pieces? Wendell froze. He snapped his head toward the cemetery. He let out a harsh laugh.
So you really did see them?
He dropped all pretend. Then he turned and roared at the poltergeists.
Who attracted 7 demons here? I said Vera only has to marry one!
After cursing them out, he turned back to coax me. His voice softened.
Vera, do not be scared. I only wanted one demon here to trick the Grimmy Reaper's agents. After all, you do have to marry a demon on behalf of Darla. But I will only let it have you for one night. Once Darla is back, I will send it away, okay? But now there are 7 of them. To avoid any problems, I am afraid you will have to spend the night with them. Rest assured, I will not think any less of you after.
I stared at him with tears in my eyes. My heart broke completely. All I could do was clutch the edge of his suit jacket. I whispered, Wendell, please, let me go. There is actually something I never told you. He cut me off with a cold laugh.
A secret? What secret? Do not try to trick me. I am not letting you go.
Inside, I was confused. Wendell and I had met first. When did he fall for Darlene? Dad and Aunt Betsy Lowe suddenly stepped forward. They grabbed me again. Veronica, give it up. Neither of us, and not Wendell, is letting this chance slip away. I looked up and asked, why? I truly believed I had never made things hard for Betsy or Darlie. A flash of hardness crossed at Betsy's eyes. She spoke slowly.
Darla died, saving Wendell. And the heart and kidney Stephen and I got 3 years ago, they came from Darla. So, Veronica, you have to die.
My eyes widened in shock. I stared at the three of them. Wendell did not want to look at me anymore. He raised a hand and signaled to the polterfights.
Take Veronica. Bring her to the bedroom. She does not come out until dawn.
That night, I spent the night with 7 demons. It was long and full of pain. By morning, the life-swapping ritual was complete. Wendell looked refreshed and satisfied. He brought Darlene to the rundown hut to see me. Darlene's eyes lit up with satisfaction when she saw me. I was covered in blood and grime. She reached out to help me up. Vera, you must have suffered. From now on, Del and I will take good care of you. When Wendell saw my exposed skin and the marks on it, a flicker of pain passed through his eyes. He pulled me tightly into his arms.
Vera, from now on, you will be stuck in the borderlands between life and death, never crossing over. But being a corpse bride is not all bad. At least you can stay by my side.
I let out a cold laugh. A corpse bride? Are you talking about me, Wendell? You lied to me for 3 years just to turn me into a corpse bride and trade me for Darlene. But the truth is, I have been keeping a secret from you too. Wendell scooped me up from the ground. His expression was gentle.
The ritual is over. Darla is back. Vera, I am sorry I lied to you. But you do not have to make things up just to upset me.
Staring at his face, I raised a blood-stained finger. I pressed it against his chest. My lips curled into a grim smile. I have not even said it yet. How do you know I am lying? Darlene, standing beside us, tried to cut in. Wendell raised a hand to stop her.
Darla, we owe Vera this much. Let her say it so that she can get it off her chest.
Darlene went pale, but she did not speak again. Seeing the panic flashing in her eyes, I sneered. Wendell, before I tell you that secret, I need to clear one thing up. 3 years ago, I saved you in that car accident. Not Darlene. I walked him through everything about how I saved him. But he just chuckled and shook his head. He sounded helpless.
Okay. It was you, all right? Are you satisfied now? Darla is generous. She will not mind whatever you say. Say what you need to say. Now, are you ready to share this big secret of yours?
My heart sank. Wendell did not believe for a second that I had saved him. I lowered my gaze. I wondered if it was even worth risking my life to tell him the truth. Seeing me go quiet, Darlene took a step back. She looked frightened. Del, not you see? Veronica is trying to turn us against each other. She wants to trick you into swapping me back. Maybe there is not any secret at all. Promise me you will not believe her, okay? Wendell nodded. He locked me in the second small villa.
Vera, from today on, this is your home. When you are feeling better, come to the main villa and bow to Darla. With us protecting you, the Grim Reaper will not find you.
I sat numbly in a chair. I stared out the window. I was unwilling to speak. What Wendell did not know was that from the moment I stepped inside, I had been looking for a way out. but the front door was deadbolted shut. The air outside had thickened into a toxic haze, a barrier I could not cross. There was still no escape. Around midnight, a sharp scream tore through the main villa. It was Darlene.
Help! Veronica is attacking me!
Her hatred is like a knife in my mind. It is killing me. With a loud bang, Wendell kicked the door open. Dad and Betsy followed behind him. A middle-aged man was with him. He seemed like an exorcist. Dad pointed a trembling finger at me and roared,
You monster! Darla is your sister! Are you trying to kill her?
Still in my wedding dress, I tilted my head. I studied the crimson stain on my fingertips. A cold smile curled on my lips. Kill her? She is already a corpse. How do you kill what is already dead? Betsy's face twisted with rage. I had no doubt she would strangle me right then if she could.
Darla is human now.
Wendell moved softly to block Betsy. He frowned at me.
Vera, I get it. The newly departed often carry deep resentment. I brought an exorcist to help cleanse the darkness clinging to you.
I turned and looked at the poltergeist disguised as the exorcist. Wendell, this so-called exorcist is one of the poltergeists around Darlene in disguise. Can't you tell? He frowned in displeasure.
You have gone too far, Veronica. First you claim you saved my life. Now you say Darla sent a poltergeist to hurt you? Your soul is poisoned. You really do need cleansing.
Then he nodded to the poltergeist in disguise. The poltergeist put on a show. Chanting curses meant to cause pain. Performing rituals designed to injure from the inside. I lowered my eyes. A faint smile touched my lips. Then I played along. I dropped to the floor. I writhed like I was in agony. Only when I fell unconscious did Wendell carry me to a bed on the second floor. When no one was looking, he leaned down. He pressed a slow, lingering kiss against my lips. After he left, Darlene slipped into the room. She raised her hand, ready to smite me with a spell-charged palm.
You bitch! How dare you try to seduce Dell?
But the next moment, her eyes went wide with shock. She did not dare move at all. A raven with golden eyes shot through the window. It blocked the strike meant for me. Darlene stumbled back. Her eyes were wide with disbelief. A raven? Is there a witch here? Her attempt to kill me had failed. With the raven guarding me, she did not dare try again. She ran off in a hurry. After she was gone, I slowly sat up. I cupped the raven in my hand. I stroked her gently. Jane, you made it back. Jean vibrated with excitement.
Vera! That paper wedding dress really did unlock your witch powers. Too bad we cannot touch Darlene yet. But those 7 demons you left for me? They were a feast!
She fluffed her chest feathers, glowing with satisfaction. But my mood was still heavy. Noticing, Janan hopped onto my shoulder. She rubbed her head against my cheek. She tried to comfort me.
Don't stress, Vera. If telling your secret paints a target on your back, I will protect you.
It had been so long since anyone cared about me like that. I was just about to pull Janie into a grateful hug She suddenly went still. She listened intently for a long moment. Finally, she spoke. Her tone was serious.
Vera, that wretched Darlene just went to stir up Wendrell's parents. She is setting them up to kill you.
I brushed the dirt off my wedding dress. I headed downstairs. Jean, the proof you have been gathering these past few days, it is ready, right? Let us show it to the guests. When Wendell's parents arrived, they took one look at me sitting on the sofa. They started trembling in fear. Gripping a cross, they gathered their courage.
Veronica, don't hurt Del!
If you want revenge, take it out on us. Let him go.
I just smiled. I pointed at the TV screen. Craig? Carmen? Wait till you watch this. It showed the whole scene of me saving Wendell 3 years earlier. When it ended, they slumped to the floor.
Veronica, you weren't lying? You're the one who saved Del? Why didn't you ever tell him?
My smile turned bitter. I couldn't. If I had spoken the secret, my life would have been over.
Craig was the first to snap out of it. He pulled Carmen to her feet. He rushed for the door.
We have to find Del! We have to tell him Veronica saved his life! He has been thanking the wrong person!
Arm in arm, they ran out. Watching them go, I felt a dull ache in my chest. Jean, still on my shoulder, rubbed her head against my chin.
Vera, you kept them safe for 3 years. Don't feel guilty. Their time was just up.
A thick, unnatural fog swirled around the main villa. In their panic, Craig and Carmen came almost within sight of Wendock. But Wendock did not see.
Just a dozen meters away, Darlene shangled them to death, right in front of him. While Darlene was busy, Jenny and I found the exit. We slipped out of the Hickman's villa. The moment we left, the furious Darlene put her act into motion. She cut her own arm. She collapsed to the ground, covered in blood. Her face was a mask of terror.
Veronica killed Craig and Carmen!
Wendell stared, stunned.
Darla? What are you talking about?
Darlene laid out her prepared story. She blamed me for the murders. Wendell began to shake so badly that he could barely stand. When he saw how miserable his parents had died, he let out a roar of agony and fury. His eyes turned bloodshot. The others stared in shock at Darlene. She was alive and well in front of them, even though she had been dead for 3 years.
Isn't that the Hawley family's dead daughter? She's alive? Where's Veronica? Why would she kill Craig and Carmen?
Wendell locked himself in his room all night. At dawn, he walked out. Strubble shadowed his jaw. He made an announcement.
Veronica killed my parents. I'm done hiding her real identity for her.
The truth is, Veronica has been dead a long time. She's an evil spirit.
If any of you know capable corpse busters, send them my way. I'll pay whatever it takes.
Word spread fast. Soon, the Hickman's villa was swarming with talents. They laid magic circles and set traps. They were waiting for me to show myself, so they could capture me and hand me over to Wendell for him to torture me. Meanwhile, in a small, forgotten chapel, I was desperately trying to claw off the wedding dress feuded to my skin. Jenny pecked at my sleeve with her beak, letting out a low, raspy caw.
What is this thing? It won't budge.
A stone statue in the corner shifted. Its eyes cracked open with a scoff.
The marriage wasn't consummated. You didn't actually marry him. Of course, the dress won't come off.
Jean and I looked up, surprised.
Larry, you finally showed up!
I said. Larry, a senior from the same forgotten mystical tradition, snorted.
Oh, so you remember me, Veronica? I'm honored you came here instead of crawling back to your precious Wendell.
Jean flew onto the pedestal.
Of course she remembers you. Witch blood runs in her veins. She sees Wendell for what he is now. She knows we're the ones who really care for her.
Pissed off, Larry let out a sharp laugh.
Stop defending her. She caused her own mess by saving the wrong man. That's why she's hiding in a ruined chapel looking for a way out. Am I wrong?
Embarrassed, I hung my head. My cheeks were burning. Even as he mocked me, Larry offered a solution.
If you want that dress off, you'll have to marry Dominic Keenan, the sickly heir of the Keenan family. Of course, if you think that's beneath you, forget I said anything.
I shook my head quickly. I don't. Only then did his tone soften a bit.
Dominic has a unique fate. Marry him, and he'll keep you safe for the rest of your life. So even if you tell your secret after that, no one will dare come after you.
Maybe it was my imagination. I thought I saw a faint blush of stone dust rise on Larry's cheek. I nodded eagerly. I agreed right away. We arrived at the Keenans' home. I thought things wouldn't be easy after that. But the moment we reached the gate and saw Dominic in person, Jean's eyes went wide with shock.
Larry?
Larry was actually Dominic? My cheeks flushed crimson. I wanted the floor to swallow me whole. Dominic brought a fist to his lips and cleared his throat. He explained.
My fate is unique. So sometimes I cultivate by attaching my spirit to a stone statue. As for our marriage, don't overthink it. With my health the way it is, I'd made peace with being alone forever. I'm actually glad I can help.
I bowed and thanked him sincerely. That very night, we made it official. And he was right. After we exchanged our vows, the wedding dress fell away on its own. I was so happy that entire night. But early the next morning, Jane squeezed through the gap between the door and frame in a panic.
Mrs. Keenan, bad news!
Still getting used to the new title, I smiled awkwardly. She seemed to be adjusting faster than I was. Catching her breath, she went on.
Stephen took your mother's urn from the Hollies' home. He told Wendell that if you don't show up, he'll destroy it.
It was inevitable. I said a quick goodbye to Dominic and left the Keenans' home. Just as I'd expected. To avenge his parents' awful deaths, Wendell had laid an airtight trap meant just for me. The moment I stepped into the main hall, every corpsebuster in the room raised their weapons. The air was thick with tension. One of them nut.
Whatever you are, you're not leaving today.
Wendell watched me from across the room. Pain and hate were mixed in his eyes.
Veronica, why did you kill my parents? All I did was find another way to keep you with me. What was so wrong with that?
Beside him, Darlene stirred the pot.
Del, have the corpsebusters finish her! For Craig! And Carmen!
Dad and Betsy echoed her.
You're a corpse now, Veronica. To stop you from hurting anyone else, you need to be put to rest for good.
For a split second, Wendell looked torn. Then, thinking of his parents, his expression hardened.
He said to the corpse busters,
Do it.
I looked around at the circle of so-called masters and almost laughed.
"You've been here for days. Haven't any of you felt something off? Not even a little?"
The corpse busters, poised to strike, exchanged uneasy glances. Dad put on a heartbroken face.
You wicked girl! You're already dead. Don't try to stall. Just accept your fate.
He even wiped away a fake tear. Wendell sneered.
Your time ends here today, Veronica.
No one seemed to notice the flash of panic on Darlene's face. She shouted, her voice tight with anxiety.
Del! Now! Before it's too late!
Hearing her, the corpse busters lunged at me, chanting. Janine shot from my pocket. In a few quick moves, she froze in every single one of them where they stood. I turned a cold gaze on a shocked Wendell. Then on Dad, who was shielding Darlene behind him.
"You really think the life-swapping ritual worked? That I'm a corpse now? You talented corpse busters should be ashamed. You can't even tell who's alive and who's dead."
I gave a slight wave of my hand. I used a trick Dominic had taught me. The lights in the vast living room dimmed. The frozen corpse buster's eyes widened in sudden, dawning horror.
How can this be? No, it's impossible.
Furious, Wendell demanded to know what I'd done to them. I smiled. I was finally ready to speak the truth I'd buried for years.
"Wendell, the life-swapping ritual is real, but I used it 3 years ago.
You are the corpse groom I brought back. You died in that crash.
I cut a paper figure and staged the ritual to trick the Grim Reaper.
I pulled you back, Dad, Betsy. You were both badly hurt too, like Craig and Carmen. I used a witch's art, substituting goat hearts and kidneys. That's the only reason you're still alive.
I did everything I could to bring you all back. And in return, you want to destroy me.
Corpse Buster swallowed hard before going on.
And she'd face punishment for it.
Mr. Hickman, it's true. You, Mr. and Mrs. Hawley, you've been dead all along.
I arched an eyebrow. Maybe I'd underestimated those corpse busters. A few of them actually knew what they were talking about. Still struggling to believe it, Wendell grabbed Darlene's arm.
Darla, look at me. Am I dead?
Darlene fell silent. Just then, a familiar voice spoke up for me.
Del, Vera is telling the truth.
Craig and Carmen stood there. The Grim Reaper was beside them.
Seeing them, Wendell, Dad, and Betsy went weak. They sank to the floor.
Betsy shot Dad a look. He nodded. He clutched my arm, a desperate hope lighting his eyes.
Vera, I'm sorry. I was wrong about you. I don't want to die yet. Please, think of something. Let me live for decades more.
I pulled my hand away. I gave a faint smile.
There's nothing I can do now. The moment you decided to trade me for Darlene, I couldn't keep the secret any longer. You, Betsy, and Darlene, you're the perfect family of 3, aren't you? You can be together again in hell.
Dad and Betsy were seized by the Grim Reaper. Their heart-wrenching screams faded quickly into nothing. Meanwhile, Wendell stared in shock at his parents. His eyes turned red.
Mom, Dad, you're back.
Craig and Carmen took his hands. Then they turned to glare at Darlene, furious.
Del, you fool! You shouldn't have saved Darlin. She killed us.
What a shame. Vera did everything to protect us for 3 years.
And you hurt her for this wretch's sake. Face the truth, Del.
Wendell clenched his fists. He looked up, his eyes fixed on me. After a long moment, 2 tears rolled from beneath his closed lids. When he opened them again, he seemed to have come to terms with it. He walked slowly toward me. Then he dropped to his knees. He looked up with a plea in his eyes.
Vera, I'm sorry. This was my fault. I hurt you. I can't even imagine how much it broke you when you found out I was going to trade you for Darlene. Vera, is it true? Will you be in danger now that the truth is out? Don't worry. This time, I'll be the one to protect you.
I asked him what he meant to do, but he only smiled without answering. As he got to his feet, he moved as if to kiss me like he used to. I showed him the wedding ring on my finger. You have someone to protect me now. Stay away, Wendell. A complicated mix of feelings flashed through his eyes when he saw the ring. Finally, he bent down. He pressed a trembling kiss to my shadow on the floor. The gesture was full of affection and lingering regret.
I'm sorry.
Now, Darlene, Craig, and Carmen had all been taken by the Grim Reaper. Only Wendell remained. Just before he was taken, he began to chant. The onlookers gasped.
A replacement spell. How does he know that? He's taking on Miss Veronica's punishment.
Janine, perched on my shoulder, let out a soft, playful caw.
Larry ran into Wendell once by chance and taught him that spell. Said it might come in handy someday.
So that was it. The spell took effect immediately. Starting from his feet, flames crept upward until they engulfed him completely. When they reached his neck, fighting through the soul-deep pain, he asked me with a strained smile.
Vera, if there's a next life, will you give me a chance to make it up to you?
Until the fire burned him to ash, I never gave an answer. When something was over, it was over. With love gone, was a promise for another life really necessary?